Hi everyone again. Today we are going to new title, new subject, new unit. The chapter number is 9, simplifying expressions and solving equations. In this unit, you will use algebra in a variety of ways. You will learn how to simplify expressions and expand brackets, and also how to construct and solve equations. There are some keywords we have, as you see here. Make sure you learn and understand these keywords. Simplify. Maybe you know it. Please check again it. Uh, and then second term is collect like terms. Expand, construct. Okay. Today's keywords are these keywords. Okay, let's start. Collecting like terms. Let's read first of all, and please follow me. Do you remember how to construct or write linear expressions? What does mean linear expressions? Linear means uh, like these terms we can say linear expressions. Okay, what's the difference of quadratic equations? The next step is linear equations, expressions, quadratic expressions or quadratic equations. So linear it means like we have uh, n is a noun, okay, and what's the power of n is 1. That's why it's linear expressions, okay. So also uh, 2 is our coefficient and the power is of course 2, sorry, 1. That's by the powers. If r1 is equal to 1, that terms, that expressions, we can say linear expressions, okay. You can write the same linear expressions in different ways. The expressions in the boxes all mean the same thing. Although the first expression is the way you would normally write it. You often need to simplify or transform an expression by writing it in a different way. This is usually to make it easier to work with. When you do this to an expression, make sure you don't change the value. Okay, for example, here you can see the expression is equal to, for example, 5n minus 3. Okay, there we have two terms. First one is 5n and the second one is minus 3, not only 3, because the sign of 3 is minus, negative. That's why we have two separate terms, positive 5n and negative 3. So is not is equal to or not the same as 3 minus 5n, because I said it, the sign of 3 is negative. That's why we should write here also negative. And the sign of 5n is positive or plus. Also, you can write here, you should write here plus 5n. That's why they're not the same expressions. But it is the same as minus 3 plus 5n is equal to 5n minus 3. Okay, and there are some rules you can follow when you write an expression in algebra. These are not strict rules, but are guidelines to make the work easier. Okay, so that's why these 6 rules are very important for us in right expression. Okay, please stop the video and look carefully for each rule. Okay, write products without the multiplication sign. So write 2 times n as is equal to 2n. Okay, because the between n and 2 we have secret multiplication or times. 2 times n is equal to 2n. And in expression, please don't write like this. It's not x. It is times, the sign of multiplication. And the second rule is write the number before the letter. So write 2x, not x times 2. But you can say me, for example, 2x times 2 is equal to 2x. Okay, it's no problem. They're equal to each other. But first of all, we need write the numbers before letter. Okay, so here is number is 2 and then letter is x, so that's why the second term is correctly than first. Third rule is generally write terms with the letters before numbers terms. For example, so write 3y plus 4 rather than 4 plus 3. Okay, also same rules maybe. Please, first of all, write the uh, letters with the numbers. Uh, and after that, our constant number, it's not changing. It's always the same value 4. But 3y maybe changing their value because when you put the place of 1, the result of 3y is equal to 3. And when you put the place of y, for example, minus 2, the answer must be equal to minus 6 and blah, blah, blah. And so we can write here 3y plus 4, but also they are same equal to each other. 4 plus 3y is equal to 3y plus 4, but generally write terms with the letters before number terms, okay? And the fourth term is generally write terms in alphabetical order. So write 4a plus 5b. So our coefficient is less than the second terms coefficient. It's not important. Uh, the best way to write the order, first of all, of course, alphabetical A, B, C, D, and blah, 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 X, Y, Z. Okay. So that's why A is the first, our letter in alphabet. That's why 4A plus 5B. Not 5B plus 4. But of course, don't forget this term and the first term or first expression and the second expressions are always is equal to each other. So, and the fifth, when a term has more than one letter, write them in alphabetical order. So write 6CD rather than 6DC. Also, 6CD is first the alphabetical order, then 6DC or DA. Okay, because D is after the C. And the last term is, last rule, write negative terms after positive terms. So write 5 minus 4z. Okay, but here we have letter. It's not important. We need first of all write the positive terms. 5 minus 4z, because sometimes some students can write the place of this expression 4z minus 5. Uh, it's not is equal to each other. Exactly not is equal to, okay? Because the sign of 4z is there is we have plus, positive, and here negative. That's why exactly they're not is equal to each other. Unless the all terms are negative, in which case follow the other rules. So write minus 3x minus 8y, not minus 8y minus 3. Okay, let's look at the worked examples. 9.1a. Use the guidelines above to rewrite these expressions. Let's rearrange them. How can we rearrange that? Expressions, if you remember our rules, we have 6 different rules. Okay, so here we have 3 plus 5 times n. How can I write it here? I can write here, okay, or here. Let's do like this. Okay. So first of all, let's do multiplication. 5 times n is, of course, 5n. And the second one, 3, is constant. Please don't forget, when you see the letter with coefficient and constant number, of course, write firstly letter with coefficients, okay? So next one, the answer is you see in the same 5n plus 3. At the middle of 5 and n, we have secret multiplication or times. Don't write the multiplication sign Don't write. Okay, don't write. Write the term which letter before the number term. Okay, 5 and is before number term. And the second one, here we have multiplication, to separate multiplication. For example, d times 5 is, of course, 5d. And 2 times c, of course, plus 2c. And what was the rules? Right, first of all, alphabetical order. Which one is firstly in alphabet? Of course, C. But our coefficient is less than 5. It's not important. The important is our alphabetical order. That's why 2C plus 5D. Okay. So as you see also, don't write the multiplication signs. Write the letter terms in alphabetical order. Okay. And the last C, don't write negatives. I remember it was also our rules. So how can I write it? First of all, positive terms. Positive 9 is positive plus 9. So as you see here, 5 minus not plus because the sign of 8 is minus, and coefficient of BA or AB you can write because there's we have times multiplication. You can change it. Okay, no problem. 8AB. So answer is 9 minus 8AB. What was the explanation? The term with letters is negative. So write the number term before the term with letters. Write the term with the letters in alphabetical order. Okay. So you can also simplify the expressions by collecting like terms. Like terms are terms that contain the same letter of or letters. Same letter or letters. Okay. So like terms are terms that contain the same letter or letters. You cannot add together terms that contain different letters. For example, 2c plus 3b is not is equal to 5c and b is not is equal to. Okay, when their letters are same, maybe you can write, for example, 2c plus 3c is equal to exactly 5c. Okay, so the letters are the same and their powers also same. Secret one, they have secret one. Of course, just add only our coefficients. 2 plus 3 is 5. Let's choose some examples. And here also we have little rules. 3n squared and 4n squared are like terms because their letters are same. Okay, and 2xy and 2yx are like terms. Also, their letters are same. Maybe their place are not same. It's no problem. We can change it. We can rearrange it. Order of alphabetical xy. Okay, so 2xy and 2yz are not like terms because at least of one letter are not same. For example, y and x are not equal to each other. That's why we cannot write uh, their how can I say the same time. Okay, simplify these expressions. Okay, how can I simplify it? 4 is constant number. That's why we can write the end of the operation. Okay, so 2x plus 3x. How? What kind of terms? Like terms, of course. Of course. So 2 and 3, we can only add them coefficients, and the x are the same. Powers also same. Just 2 plus 3 is 5x. Only one time x, right? And plus, what was the sign of 4? Of course, plus or positive. That's why we can just, okay, 5x plus 4. 2x and 3x are like terms, so add them to get 5x. 5x and the 4 are not like terms, so you cannot simplify any further. Write the 5x before the 4. And the next expression, 2ab plus ab minus 5ba. There is some problems because it's in order. We should write in order. Minus 5ba is equal to minus 5ab. Okay, it's no problem. You can write the place of ba, ab. And what was the coefficient of AB? There's we have secret one. So that's why 2 plus 1 is 3 because their terms are the same. 3AB and minus 5AB. If you write the 5AB, what was the answer? Of course, minus 2AB, or of course is equal to minus 2BA. Which one is reasonable? Of course, this first expression is reasonable than second expression. And you can see explanation. Please stop the video and read for understand it. Okay. So last one is 2y plus 6y squared minus 3y squared and minus 10y. And please don't do all terms at the same time. Don't subtract or don't add all terms because their powers are not same. Okay, only this minus 3y squared and plus 6y squared, their powers are the same. Also their letters same. That's why they are like terms. And minus, where's my pen? Okay, minus 10y and is 2y are same like terms, only their coefficients are different. It's no problem. So 2y minus 10y is equal to minus 8, minus 8y, and plus 6y squared minus 3y squared is equal to 3y squared. As you see here also, 3y squared minus 8y. Okay. Okay, let's do next page. Exercise, we have some exercise. Use the guidelines opposite to rewrite these expressions. Okay, we should rearrange each expressions. So 8 times n is 8n. Okay, just it. Okay, that's enough. The second one is 4 plus m. Firstly, we should write the letters m plus 4 if it's of course positive. Okay, if it's negative, don't touch it. And the c, of course, we should write first of all number and after that letter. And I want to do this one. So which one is positive, or how can I say bigger, more than other? Of course 5c minus 2a. Because as you see here, a is first letter of alphabet and the c is third letter of alphabet. It's not important. We need first of all write positive terms. Okay. And the last one, also we have, how can I say, xy and ba and 3 minus and minus 8. What was the rule? If you remember, there's we have we have the rules. If you have two, how can I say, uh, same terms, or minus 8 y minus 3x, and here we have minus 3x minus y, which was the correctly. So write minus 3x. Which one is bigger? Of course, minus 3 is bigger than minus 8. That's why also here we should write first of all the biggest term of the expression. So which one is biggest? Of course, minus 3 is biggest than minus 8. That's why we should write minus 3 xy. Of course, you should rearrange it, and after, of course, you should rearrange ab and blah blah blah. And let's simplify each expressions. Uh, let's do with let's begin with b. 5y minus 2y is equal to 6y, and a plus 5y is equal to, of course, 11y. And I want to do in the last example, and others please do at home yourself. I'm talking about these how can I say examples I really want to give you examples before the exam time, and please on your at home on yourself. Maybe in exam time I'll ask from these exercises or questions. Okay, and please don't forget this fact. So a square plus 2a, so their powers are not same. That's why they're not, how can I say, writing in the same time. And there's we have minus a square and plus a square. Automatically, we can simplify that, and we have 0. And the 5a plus 2a is equal to 7a. And the last constant number is 2. It's not changing. So you can write 7a plus 2 and others for you. Thank you. Please, these examples I want to talk about again you. These examples maybe in exam time I will ask from these questions. Okay, don't forget, keep your healthy. See you next lesson.